Welcome back. If you completed the last lesson, then you've already done one of the most important steps in your transition, turning inward to examine your skills, your strengths, and the tasks that actually energize you in your law enforcement career. You started to realize that something that most transitioning officers overlook. Your next career path doesn't start with a job title. It starts with what lights you up, what makes you feel effective, accomplished, and even excited to go to work. Today, we're going to take that self awareness and begin connecting it to job opportunities that are actually out there in the private sector. Not to necessarily apply just yet, but to explore with intention and curiosity. Welcome to the How to Explore Civilian Careers lesson, where we are going to focus on how to use job boards as exploration tools, not just for job hunting, but for career discovery. You'll learn how to use job boards even when you have no idea what job titles to search for, translate your interest into actual job opportunities, identify industries and trends that align with your strengths, track what piques your curiosity, and start building a list of possibilities that feel like a genuine fit. In the last lesson, you completed the first column of the Your Interest worksheet. We're going to keep using that document in this lesson, so make sure you have it nearby. Let's start with step one of this career discovery exercise, choosing your job board. There are hundreds of job boards out there. Some are quite broad and general, while others are highly specialized. You don't need to limit yourself to just one. Try a few. Here are some of my top recommendations. LinkedIn. As you'll discover throughout this academy, I'm a big proponent of LinkedIn. It's a goldmine for networking and job exploration, even before you update your profile. Indeed, it covers nearly every industry and company size, with most organizations sharing many of their open roles on the platform. Glassdoor. Not only do many companies share job opportunities on this site, the platform also adds salary ranges and company culture insights, which we will discuss in a future lesson. Monster. This site has been around for quite some time, but is still a solid choice for some general career research and even for applying for job opportunities. USA Jobs. This is the go to for federal careers if you want to leverage your law enforcement background to get a career in the federal government. Cybersecjobs.com or clearancejobs.com. These are both excellent for cybersecurity roles and opportunities that require various levels of security clearances. We've included a downloadable job board directory in the resource section of this lesson. In this document, I have highlighted some of the most powerful job boards by industry. You'll find job boards for tech, logistics, education, finance, nonprofits, you name it. I encourage you to use this document and to find several job boards that best suit you and your needs. Okay, step two, search by interest, not by job titles. As I said in the last lesson, this is where many people get stuck. They think they need to know exactly what role they're looking for before they can even start looking. This can be incredibly difficult when one has spent decades in public safety and has very little private sector experience or knowledge. However, the great thing about many of these job boards is that they allow you to search by interests, tasks, and skills, and not only by job titles. Let's go back to your interest worksheet and pick one of the tasks, skills, or responsibilities you wrote down in column one. Let's say you wrote down firearms. Type that word into your job board of choice. I'm going to go ahead and use LinkedIn, but feel free to use whichever job board you like the most. For now, keep the location broad. I like to set it to the United States so that I can see every opportunity across the entire country. And then I'll type in the word firearms into the title, skills, or job or company search bar, and then hit search. Okay, great. On the left side of the screen, you will see a long list of jobs that have the word firearm listed either in the job title or somewhere in the job description. You can see that on this search, there were 263 jobs in the United States that had the word firearms listed. That's a great place to start. Now, step three, track what sparks your curiosity. I want you to start reading through the job openings that show up on your searches. This is not about analyzing whether you're qualified just yet. The company, location, and salary are also not overly critical at this point in time either. This is about intuition. What looks interesting? What makes you pause? Quickly scan a few of the job openings and on your worksheet, jot down the job title. So if I pick this job here, I could write down firearms and tool mark examiner. The industry. If I clicked on the job company's link under the job title, it will take me to the company's page. Don't worry, we will talk about LinkedIn in the Rebrand Your Professional Identity module. But on this page, I can see that the company is in government administration. So I would write that down. Why the job opening caught your attention? I could write down that the roles involves critical investigations and firearms, two areas I am passionate about. Something as simple as that is just fine. Link to the listing. Copy the URL from the job opening and paste it into your interest worksheet. This will allow you to easily find it again and maybe even apply for the role at a later time. Any recurring keywords or titles. Scan through the job title and the job description quickly and see what words stick out to you immediately. For this one, I instantly noticed things like firearms and examiner. And in the body of the job posting, I noticed ammunition was mentioned several times, analysis, and reconstruction. Try to write down 5 to 7 keywords that stand out to you. Remember, this list is your data. Over time, you'll start seeing trends. You'll notice certain roles or sectors show up time and again. Maybe they're in logistics or in corporate investigations or training and development or project management. Pay attention to the patterns. They're telling you something about your natural fit. If you're constantly drawn to roles in a specific industry, that could mean you're slowly discovering the direction you want to go in. And that's fantastic news. Here's your hero's tip for this lesson. A single one of your keywords or phrases from the list of interests you could unlock 5 to 10 or even more roles that you had never previously considered. This research can be incredibly powerful and eye-opening if you allow it to be. Okay, on to step 4. Dig into the job description. Let's say a role catches your eye and seems interesting to you. Let's read through the job posting closely and see what it's all about. What are some of the main responsibilities of the role? Does the day-to-day work actually sound interesting to you? What are the skills and requirements the organization is looking for? Write these all down in the qualifications column of your interests worksheet. This role requires 4 years of experience working with firearms. For a detective and firearms instructor, this requirement would probably be no issue. They want someone with experience maintaining chain of custody. Well, that's pretty much all of us, right? In law enforcement, no problem there. National databases, I'm sure you used to use those all the time. Think things like Links, Clear, and other databases we use in our daily law enforcement duties. Next, look at any degree or certification requirements. Are they asking for something you could easily earn through a short course? Are you noticing that a formal degree is often required in the roles that most interest you? This is all very important information to gather now so that we can start working towards making you the most competitive candidate possible. How about soft skills that they're looking for? Things like leadership, time management, conflict resolution. Sound familiar? You've got all of those. By reading job postings that interest you, you'll start learning what soft skills are most sought after in your desired industry. We want to be sure that we highlight those in your resume, your cover letter, and your LinkedIn profile in the Rebrand Your Professional Identity module, which is coming up next. A lot of job descriptions are written in ways that make candidates second guess themselves. They describe the absolute dream candidate the company's looking for. Don't fall for that. As I'll mention again when it comes time to actually apply for jobs, I typically recommend candidates possess at least 70-ish% or so of the qualifications and skills companies are looking for when deciding whether it's worth applying to the job or not. So if you don't meet every single one of the requirements, it may still be worth applying. Companies often accept candidates who may be lacking in one area if they show great expertise in another. Don't let this research freak you out and think you're not qualified for anything. You're doing great, and we will set you up for success when it comes time to apply. Okay, step 5 is simple but crucial. Keep an open mind. You may start this exercise exploring with words like investigations and find roles in insurance, cybersecurity, private sector compliance, or fraud detection, or maybe even in roles in seemingly unrelated industries like human resources and finance. You might explore the word training and find roles in learning and development, corporate onboarding, consulting, public speaking, or community outreach. I've had former officers go into careers they never imagined, from tech sales and project management to nonprofit leadership and consulting. The bridge wasn't a job title, it was a task they loved doing and a willingness to explore how it shows up in other industries. Let me give you a few examples from real clients I've worked with. Take Erica, a former detective from New York, now leads compliance investigations at a Fortune 500 bank. Javier, a canine officer, transitioned into logistics and now oversees high value cargo transportation. Samantha was once a background investigator for an agency right down the road from mine and now works in executive recruiting for a major tech firm in Northern Virginia. Tony, a patrol sergeant, became a training coordinator for a regional healthcare system. These roles aren't in a single industry, and for the most part, weren't in industries these candidates thought they'd end up in after law enforcement. What all these candidates have in common, however, is that each one began with an exploration exercise just like this one. And they found their dream roles in areas they would have never discovered had they started their search with specific job titles in mind, which is the mistake most candidates make. But that won't be the case for you. You'll follow in the footsteps of Erica, Javier, Samantha, and Tony and find roles that actually excite you, not job titles that were thrust upon you by stereotypes or others with limited knowledge about what drives you. All right, you've done the internal work by reflecting on your professional experience and your skill set. Now you're doing the external discovery through this research exercise. This is where real clarity begins to form. So here's your action step for this lesson. Pick 2 to 3 job boards. While I do love LinkedIn, I encourage you to try other ones as well and use multiple job boards so you can see how each one works and maybe discover one you prefer over another. Search for jobs using interests, not titles. Job titles create unnecessary boundaries in your job search process. Interests open up new opportunities you have never previously considered. Track 10 to 15 roles that intrigue you, ones you can actually see yourself doing. Take notes on what you notice in each job opening, the main job duties, the skills, the requirements. Keep building your worksheet by completing the interesting jobs and industries and the qualification columns of the worksheet. In the next lesson, we're going to look at what skills and qualifications these jobs are asking for and show you how to close any gaps and position yourself as a candidate that they've been searching for. This is how you take control of your transition, not with guesswork or pressure, but with structure, clarity, and self leadership. Let's keep going. You're on the right path, and I'll see you on the next lesson.